What's going on, everybody? Welcome into another geriatric gamer video. Or should we just call myself Jerry these days, shouldn't I? Fucking hell, it's been a while. Anyway, today I'm jumping into a video by Prime Pete. Prime Pete is a Call of Duty content creator that I've been following for quite a while now. He's crazy. He's only got 17,000 subs, or nearly 18,000 now. And he's been shedding the spotlight on a lot of the nefarious shit to do with Call of Duty. And he's a legend. And he's found a video by another content creator and delivered the information in his video. I'm going to tell you what I think about this video and Call of Duty. Oh, you know what I think about Call of Duty already. It's a fucking mess. Absolutely nefarious, manipulated piece of shit game. And all of y'all should stop playing it. Uninstall this fucking shit. And this video is going to fucking tell you why. If you do not uninstall the game after this, then I don't know what to tell you guys. You are really opening yourself up to God knows what in the future. This video is going to show you how Call of Duty is actually breaking the law with certain things they're doing. I'm not going to watch all of this video. I'm going to link Prime Pete and this particular video in the description of my video. I'm going to go about halfway through it. And then you guys go over to Prime Pete and finish it off. But it's this is fucking insane what they are doing to people's systems and how they're using people's systems. And if they're not, they'll be doing it soon, because there's no way. There's no fucking way that they put money into this and then don't utilize it. Wake the fuck up. If you don't think you're being manipulated by this game, then you need to do a bit more looking into what's going on here. Because it's fucking crazy, guys. This is just like, this ain't even the tip of the iceberg. This is like halfway down the shaft, you know what I mean? Oh God! And I for one, am not going to be there when this thing hits the balls. I'm I'm out. I've deleted Call of Duty a long time ago, and I'm never going to install it again. And shit like this, shit like this just nails it down for me. Do you know what I mean? Fuck this game. Fuck this franchise, and fuck Activision and Microsoft. Quite frankly, I'm moving over to Linux. I'm not going to use Windows anymore. Fuck this guy. They got full control, not only Call of Duty and Microsoft Windows, but all the subsidiaries of it, like Skype and all this fucking shit. God damn. Anyway, I've ranted for a good couple of minutes on this intro. Let's fucking get into what Prime Pete's got to say on this fucking subject. This is incredible to me.
We've just got some insane information exposed about Call of Duty that has never been shared before. And it's bad. Just a warning, this is actually bad. So just a disclaimer, brace yourself for what's coming. All credit right now goes to Branchoff Bush, who I'll link in the description. He's much more knowledgeable than I am about computers, game development, and coding, and his explanation is incredibly in-depth and precise. However, it's a little difficult to understand for an everyday average gamer, so I'm going to simplify and relay this information to you in a way where it's widely accessible. Branchoff Bush has been trying to get the attention of the mainstream Call of Duty community for a while, but it was clear we weren't ready to hear the information yet. This tweet shows him tagging a bunch of larger creators in the Call of Duty community, telling them that he helped a government agency expose the fact that Activision executes software that has unrestricted access to your computer's camera. But it's a lot more than just that. This is going to expose a lot of what Activision is doing behind the scenes, not just with manipulating the game, but also with your computer or console as
They're accessing your camera without permission. Actually, I'm going to lie. That's a lie. I think they have permission, but I think it's hidden and buried within the terms of service. So at the moment, they're accessing it on boot, the systems that access your camera and monitor, when they're never doing it before, which is explained in this video. Why the fuck are they accessing your camera the second they fucking boot the game? This is going to tell you why.
well. I'm going to teach some complex computer things here in a short time, so pay attention and get ready to get rocked. We've never outed anything like this before. The first thing I need to explain is something called a DLL file. DLL stands for Dynamic Link Library, and it is, put very simply, a file that
crack a beer, lads. You're going to need it.
Runs in the background of your computer that contains code that multiple programs can access at the same time. For example, if a program needs to access your camera, like Zoom or Skype, instead of the developers needing to write code within that software to control your camera, they can instead tell the software to access a DLL file that is already on your computer to access the video.
This isn't always a bad thing, guys, just to throw that. Don't panic about systems accessing DLL files. The problem is what DLL files are being accessed and why in this case.
feed of your camera. It's basically a shortcut for developers. Instead of recoding functions that your computer can already do, they just tell the software to access a toolbox of code that is already capable of doing that. In the simplest terms possible, why build a hammer from scratch with your own resources when you can just reach into your toolbox and pull one out?
So if you're still confused about what a DLL is, it is basically like a GPU driver, but for bits of software within your system. That's the easiest way to think about it. It's just like a driver for a piece of hardware, but it's for software within the system, and it allows developers to cut corners when it comes to implementing features into their game, or other apps for that matter. It's not just games.
Being said, Branch Off Bush, when helping this government agency find out what Activision was up to behind the scenes, used software that detects what DLL files a certain program was accessing while it was running. First, he tested this software on Black Ops 1 while playing combat training. He found that it accessed only a single suspicious DLL file called ntdll.dll.
Hell no.
Some crazy sounds in here.
Now, bear with me here. Black Ops 1 was designed to run on both 32 and 64-bit systems, or newer and older systems at the same time. But since Black Ops 1 was also compatible with Windows XP, an older operating system, the game was accessing this DLL file in order to utilize the resources necessary to translate the game over to a 64-bit system from a 32-bit origin. Put simply, Call of Duty was accessing this DLL file present in Windows in order to make an older game compatible on a newer system. So it is not suspicious activity. The game
seems perfectly fine to me. They're retrofitting an old game to a new system. Sweet. By utilizing a DLL. So that's fine. So you've got a Windows 10 game that needs to run on Windows 11, but it needs to access DLL files from Windows 11 to make it compatible. Do you know what I mean? That makes perfect sense to me why that would be in the game.
Simply requires code that Windows already possessed, so that the devs didn't need to code their own translation software. Rather, they pulled from the DLL toolbox that already existed on Windows. So that was a total mouthful, but it sets up the absolute bombshell that I'm about to drop next. When using the same software that detects what DLL files a certain program is potentially utilizing maliciously, but this time on Modern Warfare 3 2023, the software found something that would shock you. The first list of utilized DLLs when Black Ops 1 was investigated was this big. Only 6 DLL files were utilized by Black Ops 1, and none were suspicious or malicious. When the software was run on Modern Warfare 3 2023, the list was this.
What the fuck? Why? Why so many? And I'm not even gonna buy into the fact that it's a more modern game and needs access to far more DLL files. I don't buy that shit. That's like, I don't know, 10 times, 20 times bigger. I'm glad that was the last fucking game I bought, actually, guys. I'm glad MW3 was the last game I bought. I did play Black Ops 6 campaign, and that's where I stopped. But I've uninstalled Call of Duty off every device in this household, and I suggest you do the same. I mean, we're not even really into it. I'm only 3 minutes into the video, and it's looking pretty bad to me already. Granted, I kind of know what's going to happen in the video anyway because I've already pre-watched parts of it. But this is fucking insane, guys. You need to uninstall this fucking game. I did a video a few months ago saying you need to stop spending money on Call of Duty. Now I'm just calling for you to fucking uninstall it. It's I haven't even got into it. I'm just gonna let it roll.
Big.
Fuck.
Holy smokes. For context, and not just because Black Ops 6 is more modern, bro, XDefiant uses, you guessed it, 0 DLLs when it was tested with the same.
Wow. I'm a bit surprised because Ubisoft's a piece of shit company, but they're more interested in DEI than they are DLL. Fuck. Like, oh, wow.
Software. The game accesses a lot of your computer's functionality, but hold on. There's one in particular that stands out from the rest. While I will grant that a lot of these files are innocent, this one right here is cause for great alarm. nvcamera64.dll. Whoa. Now we're getting somewhere. Call of Duty is using files in your computer that are designed to access your camera's video feed, even when you don't have a webcam active.
How many of you knew that was happening? Because I fucking didn't, and I've played this game since 2007. I've watched every fucking release of this game. I've got ADHD. I obsess over this game. I didn't know this was happening. Any of you read the TOS? This is the tip of the iceberg in this video as well. This little bit that it's gonna get, in my opinion, worse. This is fucking insane.
Call of Duty, immediately on startup, has direct access to your camera, despite the game and anti-cheat not at all requiring camera access. Not a single function within Call of Duty requires such a thing to be active. So,
Nope.
why is it active? Well, look no further than this Activision-owned and created patent. Methods and systems to modify a two-dimensional facial image to increase dimensional depth and generate a facial image that appears three-dimensional.
I don't know if you guys remember, but back in the day there was a video game where you could take a photo of yourself with a camera and install your face into the game. It's not like that's a thing in Call of Duty, so why the fuck are they accessing the camera? Right. What was it? NV6 camera. Camera NV64 usage. So it's part of NVIDIA. %71% of people remove this DLL. I wish it told me what parts of the system it accessed. Camera control and photo capture. So that means they can take screenshots of what you're doing as well. It's not just camera.
Why on God's green earth does this patent need to exist? The scariest part is that this image included in the patent's resources displays a player's face overlaid over their gameplay. The footnote that describes this image
Looks like a shot from a fucking streamer, doesn't it? But it's not. This is what they're seeing when you're playing, I think, if you've got a webcam attached. I think they're seeing this little box like in the corner down here, but of you without you even fucking knowing it, guys. And if they're not, they're gonna. Evil corporation.
reads as the following. In embodiments, the expressions/reactions of movements of image 1504, which is this image right here, reflect the user's expressions/reactions and movements in real time. This software is capable of using your camera to read and analyze your reactions and emotions, and the game is also confirmed to be accessing your camera as soon as the game starts up. But then we have to ask, why is Call of Duty getting access to your camera the moment the game boots up? It's not to
Because there's some fucking twat at the other end slapboxing the one-eyed champ over watching fucking gamers sweat on a game they're manipulating. Fuck this shit. Stop it, guys. Just stop. I came off Call of Duty. I feel so much better. Multiple people that I've spoken to have come off Call of Duty and they feel better. This game is fucking brain rot. Stop playing it. Please. Jesus fucking wept. Stop, stop feeding these people fucking money. They don't care about you. They care about money. They care about selling packs and dildo tracers. Just stop, guys. Anyway, I'm going to call it there. I've been going on for nearly 15 minutes just watching the first 5 minutes of this video. I suggest you go over to Prime Pete's channel and go and show him some love. Drop him a sub and watch this video. And it's going to open your eyes a bit more. Because, as I said, this first half is just the tip of the iceberg compared to what's happening when you're not at your computer. And that's all I'm going to say. Get over and watch Prime Pete's video, guys. Anyway, much love. Peace out. Don't forget to leave a like on the way through, guys. And I'll catch you on the next one. Bye. Mwah.